Alright folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my first paddle of 2024. I am very late out of the gate paddling this year, but I do have a good excuse. I will explain that in this video. But today's paddle, I am in the northwest Adirondacks, quite a few miles off the beaten trail. And it is beautiful country back in here. Mountains all around. I am at Mud Pond up near Onchiota, and we are paddling that today. Oh, I can't wait. My first paddle. So let's get out there. Okay, so welcome back to the channel. This is Mud Pond, and it is a pond. It is kind of a horseshoe shape. On the other side of this peninsula, it goes around. There's actually an old bridge that is over there. They no longer allow traffic across it. It's all blocked off. But this is Mud Pond. There's about 15 of them in New York State. This one is in Franklin County, in the northwest Adirondacks. It's near Lake Tashaqua and Loon Lake. So a few years ago I did a video on Lake Tashaqua, and I know I'm not saying that right, but I did a video when I paddled the lake and about a TB sanitarium that used to be there, that was started by Elizabeth Newcomb. And back in the 30s, this was had a lot of people up here being treated for TB because they thought the clear mountain air was what people needed to recover from TB. And so this Mud Pond, you have to go past that where those buildings used to be, and it's now just a narrow dirt road coming in here, and it's quite a ways. It's quite a ways in here. It is a I'm gonna say a good 4 miles, maybe 5, back in here. Not a lot of people get back in here. I did meet a UTV with a couple people on it when I was coming back, but Mud Pond, it's so great to be out here on my first paddle of 2024. And the reason why I'm late out of the gate paddling is because my shoulder. Now, I've talked a few times about I've had a shoulder injury, nagging shoulder injury. The last time they did a test on it, I had a slight tear in my rotator cuff. I have felt that it's been getting worse over time, so I went in to be reevaluated again. And this time they are pretty certain it's torn even more. So paddling, you're not going to see as many paddling videos because right now I'm in physical therapy to see if we can get this shoulder back going. And as far as paddling, I'm paddling for a couple hours. This doesn't bother me. It is once I do it for more than a couple hours, it starts to ache. There's no pain when I paddle, but also carrying the kayak, loading it up, getting, all the stuff that's required for the kayak. So that is something that I'm going to take it easy on this summer. So you're going to see more hiking videos than you will paddling videos this year. I'm still going to go out paddling. I told them I'm still going to go out paddling, but I'm going to keep my paddles probably under 2 hours this year. I noticed last year, if I went paddling for a day, if I was about hour 3, you know, you get, you know, 8-9 miles in, and it would start to ache, and then once it started to ache, it would ache all night long. So I am not going to be paddling as much this year, but I am going to still go out because who else would you rather be? Where else would I rather be than right here, right now? I mean, this is a gorgeous day. We're in May. We're not even to Memorial Day yet, so we're having some good weather. It was 72 degrees when I put the kayak in. But I mean, let me just take the camera and just look at this. Look at all the views around this pond. I mean, this is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I'm staying at Buck Pond right now, Buck Pond DC Campground, which is over this way, I believe. I will have a review out on that campground. I've stayed there before. It's a very nice campground, so I think that they're probably going to get a pretty good grade for me. But anyways, I'm going to paddle around this pond a little bit, and we'll see if that elusive moose comes out. So last year I did a video about, it was entitled Lost. It's about the Adirondack Triangle, where a large number of people become lost in that area. And this portion of the Adirondacks is very similar. There's been a number of people up here that have just gone missing in this area. And wow, something just came out of the water ahead of me. Went right back in. I don't know if it was a loon. Maybe it was a loon. There was a loon out here earlier. But anyways, one of the most famous cases of somebody that had disappeared and nothing was ever found of again was a police officer from Buffalo back in 1924. He was up here with the guides and people that knew this area very well, and he knew the area very well. Leighton Goodell was his name, and he was up here hunting in October of 1924, and he went out for, he was going to go out and sit while the rest went back to the camp, and he never came back. There has been nothing ever found of him. The search went on with the state police and local fire departments and game wardens and rangers and guides of this area, and nothing was ever found of him. So until this day, there's been nothing. It was the loon that was jumping up and down. It just popped up over here on me. And nothing has ever been found of him. And so this area also, I have to say, being in a guy that I read a lot of the reports that the Rangers put out, for some reason there's been a number of people in this area that intentionally walk off into the woods. And they're later found, and it was, they intentionally walked in the woods to go commit suicide. I don't know why, but there's been a number of people that have done that. And there goes the ducks. But yeah, it was, this isn't really part of the Adirondack Triangle, but people up here, I mean, just looking around with all the mountains, I can understand. There's a lot of territory here, and to get lost, I can imagine it would probably be easy never to be found. So yes, this is a very nice area out here, very scenic. And look at this camp right over here. That is pretty cool. They got some solar panels there out front by the satellite dishes, but if you look in the back, you see a couple of big ones right there. That means that they got the means to live pretty well over there with those solar, the size of that solar over there. That's the way to live right there. I love it. But anyways, I did mention earlier I'm staying at Buck Pond Campground, and I will have a review out on that later. But I'm going to paddle around a little bit more here, finish out my paddle, and then head back to the camper. We'll see you on my next adventure. Alright folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember, folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.